Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 5 of Chemically Bonded. Last time, what happened last time, you might be asking? We went to the science club, we asked Kyoko about Naomi and their relationship, and she was like, I don't want to talk about that. So we said, alright, and we went to bed, we woke up, we're in our last class period, and we're going to the science lab. So that's pretty much it. Yeah. Let's get right into things. Kyoko turns and walks ahead, trailing behind the rest of the class making their way to the science lab. I swiftly follow behind, watching as her arms sway to and fro as she paddles her way beside me, us now heading to class together. That was the strangest sentence I've ever read. We enter the labs, and instinctively I attempt to make my way to the back of the class, albeit stopped by Kyoko.
Hey!
It's kind of cute, I ain't gonna lie. Kyoko pulls against my sleeve, almost dragging me to the chair beside her, right at the front of the class. Her actions don't go unheeded, as a few glances trace their way towards us. Dude, I'm just saying, if you sit in the back of the class, you're probably the most epic person I know. Like, you have full course meals in the back, like, you probably have a Nintendo Switch back there. Someone probably brought their Xbox 360 and a little 20-inch screen to play on. The back of the class was something else. Again, given Kyoko's status around here, I'd be just as surprised if she'd suddenly yanked a classmate to sit with her. Luckily enough, it just had to be me.
I don't like science.
What? Then why'd you create the science club? I'm gonna turn down the music slightly. I feel like I'm always doing this. I don't know why. Unexpectedly, she bellows out to me.
No, not science. Science, the class. Why would I like it when all they teach is kid stuff? Do I look like a kid to you?
I mean, she is considerably shorter than me, and her face is pretty childlike, and that's without considering her, well, no, you don't. I shouldn't go into it. However, her apathy for the subject isn't too surprising, thinking about it. As the school's most intelligent student, I guess that being stuck behind with everyone else isn't fun. If she feels this way about high school chemistry, maybe she feels the same way with the other subjects. Maybe the science club is the only place where she can enjoy herself. Smooth transition. The lesson slowly continues with Kyoko not sparing time to give her opinion on the class.
Why are we using cheap plastic pipettes? These should have volumetric ones.
Maybe the school's on a budget. Smooth transition.
Why are we using paper page indicators? It's not even accurate.
Don't ask me. Smooth transition.
Why can't we use the Bunsen burners? What's the point of buying them if we can't even use them?
She sure does have a thing against this class, it seems. Soon enough, however, Kyoko's dreams come true as the class finishes with us writing down our results from the experiment that we did together. Still, despite not enjoying it, Kyoko's work is as detailed and as neat as I'd imagine. If she's this into something she hates, then the club activities today should be interesting. Idling around, the two of us remain at the front of the class as people around us filter out towards and through the door. Quickly, we find ourselves alone again in what is now the science club.
I'm glad that's over.
A little three-mouth going on. But I thought you liked science.
But that's basic stuff. It's like asking if you like cake and only giving a spoonful.
A spoonful of cake, huh?
And it's not even chocolate or strawberry. It's just plain cake. How could anyone call that good?
I'm not sure I entirely relate with her analogy, her analology, but I can see how she finds it frustrating. It's weird to think that I could probably ask her something and she'd give me the presumably correct answer. When did the Heian period start?
794.
I'll trust that she's right. I don't know the answer off the top of my head, but it's believable enough. Anyway, we should probably get started with this experiment. It's a phrase I didn't think I'd find myself saying, but the reaction on Kyoko's face is more than enough to prove it was the right thing.
Right.
Kyoko trots across the room to retrieve the delicate construction set aside by our teacher. I should probably help her out. It looks a bit too big for her to carry by herself. Let me give you a hand. I take hold of the clamp stand, which had previously found itself balanced upon a flask tucked into Kyoko's stomach. She's probably used to haphazardly handling the equipment, but I don't want to take the risk of any accident.
Thank you.
Nice. Carrying the mess of apparatus to a nearby desk, I leave Kyoko to finish arranging the setup as I stand back in awe. It's this sort of ambition I've been looking forward to seeing. English is good. How she delicately places each test tube in an appropriate rack, tracing each inch of the desk with her eyes to ensure everything is right. It's fascinating to think someone could be so engrossed in this, but she is.
There. Done.
Proudly standing before her creation, Kyoko puffs out her chest. Nice. With pride, taking a step back to look at the work of art before her. So, what now?
Now's when the fun starts. We can finish from where we left off.
I always finish. Reaching into her pocket, Kyoko pulls out a small, unmarked glass bottle, smiling at her own reflection as the sunlight meets it. Are you sure that's safe? You aren't wearing any goggles either. I might not be the scientist, but I do have a sense of safety. Without any heed, Kyoko reaches her arm out towards the set up before her.
Don't worry, it will be fine. No, where were we?
In an instant, the sound of breaking glass reaches my ear, shortly followed by a puff of smoke filling the space around me. Quite the excitement going on here. Quite a white screen. We were flash-banged. My body jolts back away from the scene before I realize Kyoko's still standing there. Are you alright? Kyoko emerges from the cloud, wafting around the smoke with her arms.
I'm fine. That wasn't supposed to happen.
You're not hurt, are you? The smoke clears, giving more definition to the expression of woe coating the face before me.
No, but look.
As I follow her gaze downward, a pink stain stands out against the blue and white of her attire. Whatever shattered must have splashed her.
I can't go home like this.
Well, I I think I know where this is going. But we will venture on anyway. She looks like she's ready to burst into tears. You don't have a spare change of clothes, do you? We didn't have gym class today, so I guess she's stuck as she is. Kyoko doesn't respond, causing me to look towards her, now tucking away into her school bag. Don't tell me.
Ta-da! You thought I wasn't prepared, didn't you?
Holding up a pink shirt before me, complete with a little image of an atom drawn on top, Kyoko smiles as she nods towards the door.
I need to get changed.
Oh, right. Sorry. I guess I don't know where this is going. Taking my cue, I turn around and head out into the corridor, leaving Kyoko to change out of her school clothes. It's still kind of odd that she had casual clothes laying around in her bag. Seems like an opportune time to bump into Naomi again. First, it was the soda, and now this. She sure is full of surprises. Transition. Besides the ambient sound of club activities, the corridor is silent enough for me to hear Kyoko moving around inside. Stray dust dances around in the air as I wait for her to call me inside. I'm guessing she's still getting changed and we're going to interrupt her and witness the glory. That's my prediction. Rather than a call, a panicked yelp makes its way out from inside. Swiftly, my body turns and pushes the door open on instinct. Are you Daiboji? Are you okay? Nice. Nice. As my vision adjusts to the light, Kyoko stands embraced by the evening sun in nothing but her bra and panties. Her figure is surprisingly athletic. Now that I can see it, she must train a lot outside of school, when she isn't doing science, that is. Of course, the common classic zoom job. I'm guessing we're gonna get a downward zoom as well. Her skin too, free from blemishes, has a mild shine as a light sweat glistens from the sunlight behind her. Nice. As for her choice of fashion, small blue bows stand out upon her rather plain white underwear. Wait, why am I just standing here staring? Kyoko too remains frozen, still clutching her hands to her hair with a bewildered look, one which soon changes to a pang of embarrassment now that she realizes what I'm seeing.
What are you?
Her face, now reddened, is just one of many sights laid out before me. Sorry. I guess she's okay after all, but I probably won't be after she's finished changing. Transition.
You can come back in.
Embarrassment still spilling from her voice, Kyoko calls out from inside the lab. Maybe it'll be best if I explain myself. Now adorned in casual clothing, Kyoko faces me with the same sense of embarrassment coating her face. Cheeks, still rosy, as she averts her gaze away from mine. Sorry about that. I heard you scream and I thought you hurt yourself.
It's okay. Thanks for the concern. It's my fault for not being careful. I almost fell over.
Well, thankfully everything is okay. At least she is. The room is still a mess. Shards of broken glass lay the floor, coated in whatever chemical was originally inside. Kyoko's eyes quickly follow mine downwards as we both stay still, starting at the scene. It looks like we'll be cleaning things together once again.
It was my fault. I'll clean it. You should go home.
Are you sure? I'd be happy to help. Well, she has little tears in her eyes. Kyoko, reverting her gaze towards me, shakes her head and sighs softly. She must feel bad about messing up her experiment. Picking up my bag, I leave her behind as I head towards the door. However, before leaving, there's one last thing I need to address. Ranch dressing. I will be coming tomorrow.
Oh, right.
Maybe the joke has lost its effect, but Kyoko seems to trust me enough now that she no longer needs to ask. For both of us, the science club has become routine, even after a short amount of time. I'm enjoying it enough to stay here. Kyoko too seems to be enjoying it herself, and that in itself makes me happy. Well, it'd be a shame if we ran into Naomi on our way home from club, wouldn't it? Departing with a wave, I make my way through the corridor set on my journey home. The sounds of club activities still strongly ambient through the grounds provided. Whoa. The sounds of club activities still strongly ambient through the grounds provides subtle distractions as my feet meet the ground, casting shadows in the evening sunlight. Am I having a stroke? I don't know what's going on here. I can't help but smile. Transition. With a quote, I will be coming tomorrow. By me. Where are we heading next? On our way home from school, perhaps? An opportune time to meet Naomi, perhaps? Then she can beat the shit out of us, perhaps? A slight breeze meets my face as I idle beneath the looming evening sky, rustling my hair as I begin strolling across the school grounds. The scene before me is picturesque. It's a sight filled by the mild, usually unnoticed jitters of the world. Leaves swaying in the wind, cars passing by on the road ahead, and a lone girl lingering by the school gates. Epic, as she stands there ever so oblivious to the world around her. Perhaps her heart races as she waits for the one she loves. Maybe she's just waiting for a few of her friends. Club members late to leave? Anyone who isn't in a club would have to wait around for them to finish. However, truth be told, I know exactly who the girl is. I can't help admit that I've been wanting to see her here too. Maybe I can't help but admit? I don't know. Whatever. No, she's not waiting around for the love of her life. She isn't waiting for friends either. This girl, heading towards me with a sharp glare, is a person I'm quite familiar with from the get-go. Heh. Nice. Naomi Sato. Feigning ignorance, albeit in a rather noticeable way, I turn my head back to ensure that she's not walking towards someone behind me. With an empty yard staring back to me, I know that it's not the case.
I was waiting for you, idiot.
Oh, dude. Oh my gosh, she's already calling us Baka. Just look at her, man. Of course, I haven't missed her rude and condescending voice. What do you want?
I thought I told you to stay away from Kyoko. Are all guys really this dumb?
Luckily for me, she's keen on following up with her threat from before. That and insulting me all the while. Despite it, both of us have the same person on our mind, Kyoko. However abhorrent she thinks I am, maybe I can talk some sense into her. To think that she's this fussed over Kyoko, there must be some reasoning behind that. What's your issue with Kyoko? Can't you just leave her alone? I can't help but raise my voice. Talking to her calmly will be harder than I thought, given my perceptions. I can't go as far as accusing her of bullying Kyoko, but defending a girl I now consider my friend is a natural thing I should do. A week ago, I wouldn't have imagined myself in a situation like this. The feelings I had then have long since fleeted. Fleetwood Mac. For once, I can consider myself to have a place here, within the science club, even without knowing where that place is in relation to the world around me. I can't just stand by and accept this.
I don't have an issue with her. You wouldn't understand.
As Naomi begins to speak to me, I return her expression of melancholy with a pensive one of my own. Mike Pence is in this game? That's epic.
You think there's something going on between us, don't you?
How do I pronounce She's smarter than she looks.
You wouldn't be wrong, but it's not what you think. Then again, I doubt if you can think.
God, I love her. Hey! It's like she's trying to piss me off and quell my anger at the same time. Whether I can believe what she's saying, I don't know. I've solidified my stance enough not to trust her words that easily.
Clearly you've gotten yourself involved into this now. You want to know the truth, right?
Yes. On the next episode. Haha. You thought we were going to find out the truth? No. I've told you guys once. If I've said it once, I'll say it 1,000 times. I am a cock tease. I get you hard. I'm about to let you come, but I'm like, come denial. That's actually a tag I've seen a lot on Hentai's orgasm denial. So I'm denying us of the truth until episode 6. So until then, we're going to be in the dark. Myself as well, because I'm not recording another episode after this because I record them on a daily basis. So not only are you in the dark, I'm also in the dark. We will find out tomorrow what happens. Until then, please like, comment, and subscribe. And, as always, help me find a girlfriend. And goodbye.